What is up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another Planet Coaster 2 video. Today I'm going to be talking about the queue line pads and how can you create really good queues in your parks, because a lot of people think that you can't really do that with the tools that we have, but there's actually a few tricks and tips or tricks that you can do to make your queue line pads, and there's actually a tool that you may have not known that you can actually use in here. So we go to pads here. We got a little hammer swing blueprint put down here. We're going to use it for just the sake of this video for our pathing. So you look at your normal pads, you have all of these options, but if you go to queues, which is for your queue line, you only have the line builder or the classic pads. So there's a few things you can do here. Some people think you cannot do proper cattle pins, but I'm here to tell you otherwise that you can, and it's not too hard. So all you got to do is make sure your line style is on straight. If it is on curve, you won't be able to create proper cattle pins. See, you can only do like these big turns like that. However, if you go to straight, I also would recommend put your fixed length on so you can be very precise on your cattle pins. So fixed length means you can't move it. If you change the fixed length to off, you can actually adjust it on the fly to whatever you want. But I recommend definitely having the fixed length on. So let's say I want to go this way and do some cattle pins. So first off, I do want to make sure that we do have our style that we want here. I'm going to do the rustic style. And let's change the railing to kind of match the... let's kind of try and match that the color on the ride. And then you can also change what kind of railing you're doing. Let's do the metal arc railing. There we go. I kind of like that. And remember, make sure your line style is on straight and you have a fixed length as well. And also I turn angle snap on at the same time. So let's go ahead and head around this way. And now with that, since we're on the straight line style, you can actually create nice little cattle pins here for your queues. Just like so. Very, very easy. And when you put them together, Planet Coaster 2 will automatically like merge your queues together like this in your cattle pin, which actually looks really, really nice, I might add. So let's say we want to go over here. Now, if you're like me, and something that you do miss from Planet Coaster 1 is kind of to have the square edges on your queues. So rest assured, there is more you can do with queue lines than just these two tools. There's a tool that you can use that is not listed in here. So if we go over to pads and you go to the edit tool, you can actually edit the queue line points on here, so you can see that it will actually work. So if you're like me and you like to have more of your corners, if you go to the inside here and pull this out, you can see that it will actually go into a corner piece like that. And you can actually, you just got to mess with them, and then these middle pieces we can actually pull out kind of like that, and then you just got to adjust your railing over. Just kind of pull this until you get it straight, and you can do these kind of things. Now, unfortunately, you do kind of have to eyeball it a little bit, but as long as you get it close, you're all good. So you can do these square edges. So again, I'm going to pull the inside. And you can also manipulate and kind of warp your queues to however you want. So if I want to do something weird and awkward like that, I could. Or if I want to pull these out, you're more than welcome to. Yeah. Now, unfortunately, there isn't no like square edge option. Maybe that's something Planet Coaster will add in the future. But for right now, we're going to have to deal with this and do it this way if you want to have square edges. Hopefully Frontier will look at this, and I hope they watch my videos, because I think being able to edit this, I don't know if that's supposed to be allowed, but I'm glad it is. I hope they don't get rid of that. But at the same time, I would love in the queues if they had an option in maybe in these menus to do square edges, kind of like we had in Planet Coaster 1. I think that would be a really good thing to add on in here. Would be able to do that. So yeah, but you can again just go over to here to pads and edit these pieces however you want. So if you want those square edges, you can actually make it happen. Sometimes you just gotta eyeball some stuff though. But it is possible, rest assured. Or you could do diagonals too, whatever you want to do. It is up to you on how you want to warp your cues. But it is possible to make square edges, guys. It's just a little bit more of a pain than what it was in Planet Coaster 1. But at the very same time, you can actually do more with this too, because you can warp and shape these cues however you want. And to me, that's the cool part about this. We can really get some interesting do some really interesting shapes. You can actually make your queue lines skinnier by doing this as well. So for instance, if I wanted to do, let's say I wanted to make this outside piece skinnier, we can do that as well. If we take this whole line, now there's a limit of how skinny you can go, but you can go up to this skinny on your cues, which is pretty cool. So you can mess with that if you'd like to. Now when you do get to like these points, just kind of keep in mind these ones are kind of hard to manipulate properly. But you can make it work if you kind of mess with it a little bit. So like I can get this straightened out as well. And then you can adjust these as well. Just got to pull them out. And then just kind of move them down like that. Again, you do have to eyeball it, but again, you can see that square cues, cattle pins, very much possible, guys. So anyone that told you differently is lying to you. It just means they don't know how to do it. So I am curious. I actually haven't tried this. We're going to do it live here for the first time. What if I made this skinny? Okay, so we'll always have this one. You can't move that, but you can do that. So say if you want to do like some crazy stuff, like say I want to pull this cue out. Just up here. That might be a little hard. Might only have to do this. So you would have like pull it out like that. You can do that. Like you can manipulate your cues however you want. This is a very powerful tool for making your cues unique. And you can really mess with your cues here. So just keep that in mind, that this is a very powerful tool to be able to do the edit tool. And like you can make some pretty cool stuff with this as well. Let's pull this one piece here. Like you could just like, it's just ridiculous. Look at this. Like you can do stuff like that and really like blend your cues together any way you want. So yeah, this is a really cool tool that I think is going to change how everyone makes their cues. And hopefully Planet Coaster will have an update that kind of allows you to get easier to get these square edges. But rest assured, it is possible, guys. And yeah, so you can also do custom railings if you want and stuff like that. So it really does make sense. I also hope they get rid of these Planet Coaster logos. I just want a nice clean path. But for now, we can always do path covers for now until, you know, we get rid of these little logos. I know a lot of people have been complaining about those logos, but and I'm one of those. But because like I wish we just had all the same styles that we have in our queues that we do in the pads. I think that would be fantastic. But I think this is powerful. Like, yes, that's how you have to get square pads, but you can do so much more with that tool as well. So that's about do it for this this video, guys. I hope you found it useful, and have fun with your queue lines, guys, because this is possible. You can make really cool queues with this tool. So I hope you found this useful for when the game launches and you play it for the first time. So just keep in mind, you can do proper cattle pens in Planet Coaster 2. You just got to know how to do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And for more amazing Planet Coaster 2 videos, be sure to subscribe down below. And if you want to support me further, hit that join button. All my members get early access to my videos, so you will get to watch my videos before anybody else if you hit that join button. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, guys. Have a great day and cooler tomorrow. Thanks, and goodbye.